I want to cover this interview, finish that shit. But I also want to appreciate Listal because it's back. I was like, shit, I'm gonna just do a filler episode where I'll just push feet up even more. Because we only covered like top 1 to 200, and that was kind of like satisfying. I want more. But if Listal is back, bro, more things are possible. If you don't remember, by just browsing around, clicking a few buttons, the website would just shut down and say the page is not available and it's fixed. Wow, what a story arc, Listal. Went back to normal. I guess the smell of competition happened. Not gonna lie, it's pretty scary. Listal is not able to become purified. It's at 10% right now. Even Fiddy's at 11%. So, no hopes in being pure like Instagram or Pinterest. But now we have 4 websites, 2 mediocre ones that I don't visit very often, and there's the feed ones. Feet in the feed. Here you go. And yes, I'm desperate for female connection, bro. That's what's going on. The insolification. And you have to learn how to be an insult. It's just, you have to learn how to be insulted and deal with it with that label of like, yeah, I'll take it. Whatever. Fuck it. Just like gays exist, you know. They took the label and now they exist. They didn't exist before. Now they do. Some people have the strategy of like, oh, I'll take the insult. All right, I'll just take the insult. I'll be gay just because that's how you insulted me in the past or whatever that existed in the past. Or now, obviously, it's trending and it's like, that's not supposed to trend. Like, this is supposed to be just something you can do. A choice to be gay. Choice to open up. That you're gay or whatever. That you're attracted to men. You can't talk about it as not a choice. You cannot. Weird transition, right? But I have seen Sneeko say this. Which is exactly the same thing, right? It's an NPC quote of like, but you have to say why though. But why though? Do you know why? Have you crafted the why? Because we heard that before. So here's a little bit of a hint of why it is a choice. Just like being murderer is a choice. You know, doing crime is a choice. Technically, being gay is kind of a crime in most conditions, unless you're really suppressed, you're really a victim of the fucking world, just like being an insult. Insult is technically a crime because you're being antisocial, but maybe you're not. Maybe you're just enjoying the internet. The world of the internet, you're just exploring that and you're not actually present anywhere. You just need a shelter. You need shelter in the internet and you float around in the space that you have created for yourself. And that's a much more cooler existence. And that's what it is. And that's my internet babes, basically. I like it. I love it, bro. As weird as it sounds, you're not gonna stop that very easily. And more people are actually gonna just jump on the trends, or they already did. Whatever, right? I'm very comfortable with my life. Except my back. I still need to train my back and all that shit. I still have a terrible posture, terrible eyesight, for obvious reasons. I have to sacrifice something for this lifestyle, and I have to still acknowledge that. You know, that I'm not super attractive, but maybe I don't want to be at the moment. Prove me wrong. So, yeah, there's plenty of things murderers kill, but there's plenty of things gays kill. There's plenty of things immoral people kill when they make choices. Which is a choice. After all, you can choose not to. You can choose find attraction in anything. I can be attracted to a fucking piece of wood piece of wood, bro. I can be passionate about that. Like, attraction is not some magical force that, like, gravity that pulls you down on Earth. That grounds you. The only thing that grounds you is morality, bro. But everything else is a choice. Where you go, what you do, everything's a choice, and it's gonna have consequences. How fucking difficult it is to understand that. It's difficult when you only want drama, and you want to smear people for saying things because you're bored. You know, say something more provocative, please. Let's get him blocked. Let's censor. See what happens. You know, it's all that fucking. Now it's just a drama-infested mindset of this woke culture, the vulture culture, basically. That's run by women, pretty much, and they feel like, oh, we have so much power, but there's no crises, one after the other. You know, one after the other crises are happening. Like, people cannot shoot down Putin if women just gonna fucking bow down to Putin. You know, who's gonna shoot him down? A real man has to stand up and be like, well, we had enough. We're not gonna stand for elections being rigged, basically. But you can still sense that women are sort of like, have to like spread the message because there's more women than men in Russia anyways. And they're supposed to be the bigger threat in general. Disobeying. The monopoly. Fighting back. Anyways. I don't know. I don't know if I want to speculate about Russia. I just want to hear the news. I want to see what happens. It's over after all. But there's still a purge for, like, incels need a good lifestyle anyways. And be appreciated. Alright? Virgins, incels, whatever you want to call. Whatever you think is gonna hurt me, I'll just suck it up now. You know, I'll take it. I'll take the insult. Just, I will block you though. You know, like, you know you deserve that, right? And for me, the biggest thing that reveals that being gay is a choice is that I had zero sexual activity, right? So where do I start is my choice. And the first thing I will start with is try not to be gay, you know, like, try to be normal. I have a choice to be this little bitch over here. Not this one, that one. That chose to be gay to start with. You know, and it's like, oh, that doesn't seem right. That seems like giving up, you know, like something I've already observed and I defined as giving up. Like, I give up on women, I'm just gonna be gay now. Oh, cool, that's not something I want to celebrate. But maybe Ariana wants to celebrate that. Why not? Of like, maybe she feels safe now, and she feels elevated because I have a gay friend now. Look at me. Look at how fancy I am. See? I can make transitions. I didn't even realize I was making a gay transition here, but he just fucking pulled. He pulled some weight.
Mother more than ever before.
More than
Italian mother? That doesn't exist. Italians don't make children, nor Spanish people from actual Spain don't make children, so you're wrong. Alright, we have checked Eurovision and stats. You're just wrong. I don't even know what Italian woman is. I just saw men in Eurovision from Italy just stand and do nothing. Just stand and sing as if they're pinned to the ground.
Yeah,
I called you because I was about to lose my virginity, guys. What the f?
Oh my god, this was like 5 years ago.
No, longer than that.
7?
Man, they started these interviews really spicy, it seems. Like, they're very close people, but it's such a toxic relationship, bro. It's disgusting.
Just see
Of water?
her on top of this other guy, and
I just go grab a cup of water, and there's her with another guy, man. Oh my god. Just got robbed, bro. No wonder he became gay. Yeah, of course.
You can forget it.
One day.
Eternal sunshine.
Yeah, that's the evil Ari of like, let's forget everything, guys. Let's just erase. Let's just hurt ourselves. Let's just learn how to fucking erase memory, guys. This is the first crush. This is my first crush. Monica said completely same strategy. The first strategy. Like, this was many years ago. And somehow Ari just like submitted to the first strategy that my first crush delivered to me of like, oh, just forget about me. And I'm like, shit, just forget about you? Let me think about that. Let me think about that for a second, bro. What does that mean, just forget about you? And I forever think about it, you know, so I know that it's impossible, that this strategy does not work. But Americans are going to do this stupid thing where they're going to invent the stupidest strategy and they think it will work because it's so simple that a fucking child can figure out, a teenager can figure out in Europe. But they think like, oh my god, it's such a smart idea. Just forget about it, of course. How did I not think of that? What a cool album. Just forget that this album is like absolute garbage and think that it's actually good. Just like, you know, like just delusional thinking is going to help you progress in life, of course. This is what I've received as fan mail, bro. I've said, Ari's no longer shining. She doesn't know how to fucking make music. Her album stinks ass. And people disagree blatantly, but I don't care. They just throw delusion, as always. What else do you expect at this point on the internet? They can see whatever they want without consequences. Because they don't care. You know, they don't care what happens. This is my favorite album now. Ariana released a new album. It's my favorite album now. That's it. End of point. My favorite album. Here you go. You're wrong. I mean, like, relax. I have released a 1-hour video and your one line is not welcome to counter my entire 1-hour video. You're not welcome even if you put one line after the other of the same fucking type over and over again, delusioning the entire population, bro, that's watching my video. This was Ari. This was fucking Moist Critical Mountain, bro. But Ari have generated like 300 views. That's pretty good. That should be on the leaderboard somewhere. And it always has to be drama. Dramatic, bro. There's no escape. So let's see how high Ari has went up here. All right, she went next to Victorious. That's pretty cool. That's a glitchy thing to do. I mean, she has a level, as you can tell. Level, because I didn't make an exclusive episode about Ari, but she has like a very weird fan base. Very interesting. Okay, I'ma glitch her up. That's pretty cool. You know, even when someone does stupid things, you have to care for them, but you cannot be not honest. Otherwise, you're not caring for them. You're just caring for yourself. Because you're doing the delusional things where you're not actually accepting reality of like, she is doing stupid things, all right? And if you're doing stupid things, you just, you know, learned the behavior, you learned the helplessness and stupidity. I don't think that should be something you would be proud of, but go ahead, bro. Submit yourself to your master. So funny enough, this actually mixes up Listal with shit that I can put in the backgrounds. By the way, bye-bye. My channel, bye-bye. So I put Ari in the background. Yes, I said bye. Man, more glitches? Don't tell me there's more glitches, bro. It is just, you know, that's how the songs go. That's the order of songs, I believe. It has to be.
Question that
It's not a coincidence, bro. And she's talking about bi, so after all, we have to extend the BM. Extend the BM that there's already blocking going on. The first thing she says is bi. Okay, she glitched. Again. Congratulations, Ari. I hope you're happy. Glitching in the most weirdest way. But yeah, so Monica stands for winds and water, which is exact personality that would destroy Ari, pretty much. You know, so now Monica kind of gets a little bit of reputation. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully that doesn't happen fully. Like, Ari's like 6 times more powerful, influential than Monica is. And you don't need to know who Monica is because I know. You have to know her through me. So you have to listen to me. There are dangerous personalities, dangerous ideologies that you can pick up. And she picked up one of those. Not good. Just going in the wrong way. And she's going to lose a lot of things because of that. But she's not going to lose me.
Sure that it is kind and that it leads.
That I kindly reject people. But I kindly reject people, guys.
Sort of harsh.
Bro, I'll take it. Reject. How many people subscribe to you? Like 50 million? Reject that many people and we're best friends now. Let's fucking go.
We went to shows.
I can't even like put this in the backgrounds because it's just like, oh, so you're having sex, right?
There, just he and I, and it's just such an honor to get to know him in that way, and also even become closer as friends after 12 years of knowing each other. This is like the most time we've spent together. We went to shows. We went.
Oh my god, bro. How close you are. But now it sounds creepy. You know, like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you just, you're doing that Schneider thing? Are you sleeping with your producer?
He could be.
He can be who he is. He treats people so well. You know, it's like, you're just having sex. Either you're a sex addict and you're just having sex with anyone who you're close with, or just like you have to actually like talk properly and not abstract. Because once I pin down one idea and it just stays there, and I'm just like, well, that's fucking creepy. When is she gonna fucking just get rid of this Max thing?
Any type of way. He could be like other people. Like he could be.
Oh my god, he's like other people. I can like imagine him as another person. Like other people. Like I feel the presence of another person. He does it like other people do it. Oh my god, it's just like, wow. You must understand, like a malnourished person, the first thing you're gonna think about, drugs. Some kind of fucking addiction going on. If a person is fat, it's obviously addiction to food. It's stress. It's not drugs. You know, it's just a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. But this is addiction to next level. All right, this kind of body, bro. And she's like trying to like negate the negativity and push people away and make sure that fans don't actually like talk about it. Like at least her little bubble is like safe and all that shit. Again, it's there was a Ariana bad girl era, but this is like actually villain era. You know, it's completely different from a bad girl. Bad girl is just like, oh, look at me acting as a tough creature. I have bad guys surrounding me and they like obey my orders and all that shit. Like, look at me. I'm a dance. I'm cute. I'm attractive. I have lots of fans. Everyone loves me. That's the bad girl. The villain era is nobody gives a fuck about me. Shut the fuck up, you know. Shut the fuck up about my flaws. This is the villain era, bro. The demon. Holy shit. And your music sucks and all that shit, bro. She can barely like deliver an aesthetic, but it's still like trash. All right, it's still mid in that sense. Oh, like I like colors. It's cool. It's a very memorable moment. But that's it. That's probably all I get in the end. Because most of the stuff I will want to forget about. But the way you forget about is by replacing bad memories with better memories. That's it. That's what you can do. And this villain area is going to infect a lot of people, especially if they're delusional. They will remember this thing way more because they pretend that this is the best thing right now. Being a villain is the best thing. Like, relax, slow down. You don't want to manifest this sort of energy by any means.
And you know that too, you know?
Totally.
So just shh.
I mean, the only time you have to shut up is like if someone is going through stuff, you can't just praise them for like, oh, they're doing the best moves right now. They're so fucking awesome. Like, no, you would see this person in the streets and you were like, ugh. You know, like, this not... There's so many more attractive women on the internet, you would not be attracted to this creature. Okay? And you would not be attracted to this creature releasing that sort of music. We just already have built history, right? That she's still, like, trying to exist. Which is cool, but it's not as cool as you think. Alright? It's not as cool as you think. Hopefully it actually entices you to go into the history of things. Because again, this happens eventually to an American breakdown. To this word right there.
It's really
When you sort of like, I can keep my addiction going, but it's probably not a good idea, but like I can make my people, my fans shut up about it and keep my addiction going, but it's probably not a good idea. You collecting, oh shit, it's not a good idea. I look like trash right now. It's potentially because of my addiction. All of these things add up. They accumulate and they tell you to cut it off to some extent where you're healthy again. You have space for health. I am under pressure. I'm ranting all the time. That's pressure that I'm trying to release constantly. I'm trying to like run really fast in my hamster wheel so I can release all the pressure, all the tension. You can see like it's very unusual YouTube channel, hopefully for people, but it is what it is. I'm just as broken and I can still relate, unfortunately. Too bad. It's gonna go sink down. Wow, minus 300. We'll still have to hit 20,000 one more time. And this one's gonna be hardcore. I've changed the way I calculate everything, so...
The first time in a while.
Lyme disease. What narcissist do we have today? No, never mind. There was one part, perhaps.
Like artist.
Supernatural. Supernatural. They shit on Supernatural, bro. And we can't be friends. Really? Okay, they shit on We Can't Be Friends because it's a music video. The same way they shit on Yes and. But shitting on Supernatural, this is the most villainous thing I've ever seen, bro. Okay. Okay, what are you gonna say about Supernatural? Maybe that's the only part that actually matters, because everything else is just wishy-washy bullshit.
It is supernatural.
the horniest one.
The horniest one is exactly the part that I wanted. Because, like, is what I think. I didn't even knew. Because it's hard to tell. When he says supernatural, bro, it's hard to tell.
Natural.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's exactly what I feel about the entire album. Thank you for this commentary, Ari.
That's beautiful.
Thanks.
I love that.
That's my favorite. Imperfect for you. Let's not talk about Supernatural anymore. Let's run. You know, that the coolest song in the album. Let's just not do that one. Let's not give it too much airtime. It's just like it's your song. It's the horniest song. You take it. All right, I'm gonna listen to it one more time, and that's it. That is so fucking bizarre, bro. The best song disowned by the artist. She doesn't need it. She didn't want it to make a good album. Nuh-uh. Clearly. She didn't even care. Like, again, her focus is completely not about making good stuff, but about telling this wishy-washy story to fucking brainwash your garbage attitude. To think that, oh, I guess you're not a good Ariana fan because you don't understand what the fuck is going on right now. I'm watching the whole listening at least to the whole interview. So, like, understand. Are you better than me? Ariana, supernatural, horny song. One more time. Yeah, you must understand, like, if the best things are being silent about, and even Zach cannot pull her into the conversation, you understand, like, we're silent about the good things, and we're very vocal about the bad things. Everything is backwards. So to find good things, it's very difficult. Another thing about being nice is that, yeah, you do feel like most of the time you're gonna hit the right spots. Shit, there's a whole matrix in here. I will dump it. Yeah, most of the time, tit-for-tat strategy works because you're dealing with pretty good material, pretty okay material. They're sold to everything, but when someone enters villain arc and you're still being nice to them, I mean, I'm sorry, you're gonna hit all the wrong notes more often than not, right? You have to find the golden buzzer, basically. And you're hitting all these things, and it's like, shit, you're more wrong than right. I'm sorry. Just because, like, you're popular doesn't mean you did all the right things to get there. Right? Just because you claimed this didn't mean that you didn't do all these bad things. In a way, right? So you have to be, like, incredibly smart to be able to hit the right spots. And Americans just not gonna be able to do it. Just by default. I'm sorry, bro. Get disappointed. It's, about time. This annoying things that will drive you nuts. Let's go. It's the next transition. This filler arc is very special.
Hello, friends. Today's video is annoying things we can all relate to.
Yeah, I truly agree. We can definitely relate. This is so annoying. This Google search that I just made. And even when she was talking about the best song in the album, she started with, oh, the horniest one. The most evil, you know? Bro, don't touch it. It's like super evil. Please, let's not talk about it. Alright? When she's like super sensitive about something, it's like, whoa. Okay, this whole time it was wishy-washy, but this is different. And mostly what makes Ari's album is bad, besides wishy-washy shit, is, again, it's a breakup. It's a negative, generally negative album. And it's always going to make things really bad. Because that's what negativity is about being bad. But anyways. They just make me so fucking angry, these delusional idiots.
You can finally breathe. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like the face. And make sure
I know what's going on. I know Jack Soames needs to get in fucking face. He's annoying, and we gotta fucking give him in the face. Not here anymore. It's not here.
Juice. Oh my god.
the way she spelled apple juice.
Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, like, you learn in America very quickly how to be stupid. You know, like, it's very difficult to learn American language simply because it's not intuitive. It doesn't sound the same way it's being written. Okay, this one is pretty good. Upload of the day. Oh, she broke into 18 now. For every 18 points, Jack's Films loses 1 of his toes. Alright, so I might check all the Powerpuffs from the list all. First I want to see what happens when I check this out. Biggest contributors. Can I turn all the dollar signs into something like green? So it stands out a little bit? Damn, that's looking good. Yeah, another thing about this culture is the mob culture. Is the idea that if a person is popular now, if he broken through, you can't attack him anymore. You can only like him and worship him. But the problem with that is that person does not exist, only his fans exist. And if you're not a part of a community, like, communicating about that person is just gonna turn into just hatred overall. It's kind of crazy, man. When you unpeel this American fucking behavior. How zombified it is. There's also pretentiousness culture of some kind, because the moment you, oh, look, I hit the spot, but I did all these good things. It doesn't matter that I didn't do all the other projects, that my rocket exploded, that Twitter turned into X, you know, like, oh, don't worry about that. I did this good thing where, like, it's Tesla, though. You know? PayPal. Guys, I did it. What's that? Tesla and PayPal fucking suck balls and they collect data? Yeah, no thanks. Alright, let's see if everything is green now. It's almost like Drew sits down to Anthony and is like, okay, dude, you have this interview show. I'm gonna give you information you need to know very badly. Alright? As a YouTuber.
Period. If I only work a little bit on a video, I'm not going to be spending a week just reading comments that are blowing smoke up my ass or whatever.
Just like the more that it.
Alright, now I need to just find the right color. Because I want it to be brighter. It's very dark. But it does stand out. It's pretty cool. It doesn't have to be in your face. Alright, I'll take something like this. Oh, this is looking fucking mighty powerful. Damn. That's what I wanted. Alright, we can continue now. I'm not gonna update just yet. It's very frustrating when the S looks like a 5. It gets in the way. When it just kind of melts into the number. There's no gap in there. So, I can change color. Cool. Well, let's put these things in. And see how far they're gonna go. Will they bring down Listal? What's the expectation here? Because this might be like a very interesting battle here. Finally. That's what keeps things afloat. Battles. Rivalry. Damn, they glitched. The Powerpuffs. 3rd generation. Alright. Oh, Jeanette was on the edge. Damn. Minus 60. Again. 3 times, basically. Yeah, Listal is, thinking a little bit. But not fast enough. Yeah, in the end, we just fucking trying to survive so we can do cool things. And then I create my survival guide when I realize this. Yep. There's so many ways to die without you knowing that you're now not living a normal life anymore. It's crazy. It's almost like life has a definition of love that's incredibly complicated. So, you can get closer and closer to it. And then when you, like, really feel it, you will just naturally try and grab the definition. and people will naturally help you as well. Fight for it. But if you define it as shit, or in just add too much bullshit into it, you're not gonna get very far. And you're gonna settle down into a kind of abnormal life where someone could have a better life because they have better definitions, bro. That's the abstract way of saying it. But the idea is like, you will not settle down. You will be like, I want a better thing. I have this card, but I want a better card with the effect, this flare. You keep on adding things onto it. But you have to generally know what is better. How do you upgrade? And every single time it's going to change. The perspective is going to change of what has to improve above, about the thing that you're trying to improve. But in this case, it's an entire definition of love, bro. I think people are still searching for it. I still think there's plenty of improvement going on. Because it's just simply very difficult to settle down with certain ideas. Like, people have picked up of like, oh, marriage, making children, all that shit. They like that. But I can't settle down with that. Oh, you build a business, you make partners, all that shit. You hang out together, held hands and kissy kisses. And it's like, how do I do that? How do I find people like that who actually care about any of this stuff? Or do I have to just bump into them and be very desperate? Nope. Next. Anything else, please. And now I'm in just the stage of life of like, well, I need even more self-improvement and actualization into the real world. Whatever it takes. To find the next level of definition that you can't quite describe with words anymore. You can only describe it with actions. You can only describe by stacking things together. And the definition of that changes constantly, so you're like, shit, maybe that helps. Every single time you feel different about your stack, because it tends to be more and more impressive. The biggest problem, like, grade A showed up, right? And he's like, shit, I don't like these new world record things. And, well, they defined world record as a thing that's, well, nobody has done before. And that's just the wrong definition. A world record is supposed to be something that's, like, really impressive. That's generic, but very impressive. So you run really fast. You have defined yourself, you have achieved the level where you run like top 10% of runners. Being in top 10%, that's world achievement, technically. Achieving top 10% of generic things that a lot of people have tried. It is very difficult to define. For me personally, I'm not in this space, but it would take like fucking 8 hours of intense work, or just like 20 hours of research or all that shit. And you would get to a very precise definition of what world record should actually be. And not just like this thing that someone never done before. Nobody has skipped a rope in space before. Let's see how long you can last. Skipping rope in space, of course. These are kind of like wacky world records. It's just random world records, I would say. So yeah, he's kind of correct. Yeah, and it's adds on to like, oh, the definition of love. You have to make it as precise as possible and not just be like, oh, random person. I fall in love with random person, do random things, and we have a random life. That's love right there. How cool is that? Wait, so we have stomachs, and food goes into the pouch, or we just burn things most of the time. I think that's the main source of energy. Like, the digestion system is, it's a wacky thing. Where we just let the food sit there, so it kind of burns by itself, through rotting, or turning itself into oils and all that fatty mass, basically. But most of the stuff, whenever you feel stressed out, you have to take a bite. Whenever you feel hungry, you have to fill up your stomach as fast as possible. And then stop and just let it burn. And then do the process over and over again. And again, depending on how stressed you are, you'll need more. And you have to think about it and take care of yourself. It's very interesting. In other words, you should never feel exhausted and hungry because you're wrong. How dare you? If you have nothing to burn, you're fired. Shit, I remember when Ari was just a breathing creature, you know? A person that just breathes air. I misspelled air, by the way. And forgets about things because that's how body works. If you breathe very intensely, your brain will shut down for some reason. I have no idea why. It's just air is a rejection resource. It's what it is. Or elements of winds that rejects things. Or tosses things around, as you can tell. Mixes things around, randomizes. I imagine. I don't know what kind of army I will have and how they will annoy YouTubers haunting their comment sections. But they will be named Sassy Squashes. Let's fucking go. Mythical creatures. I did it correctly, right? Sassy Squashes. Yeah, this is sort of the ideas that I get after I go to sleep and wake up. Oh my god. Didn't really finish watching this one. I guess I put it in the background.
Who jump into relationships just because they're sad and lonely is way too high. It's almost
every time she says something, it seems to be every time she says an advice, it seems to be pretty fucking stupid. Yeah, that's exactly why you jump into relationships, because you're lonely. How the fuck is it a problem? How is it dangerous? What are you fucking talking about? But don't do it if it's the only reason. You have to find more reasons, guys.
almost always a recipe for disaster.
It's always recipe for something bad will happen if you what? Then when? If you have loneliness, you want to solve the fucking problem. Nah, bro, it's recipe for disaster. Okay.
See, next.
Yeah, I mean, the strategy of women finding men is yeah, go to places where men go if you're that desperate, but it's still just dating apps, bro. You'll find plenty thirsty men to hang out with and understand the answer to your question. You're gonna get answers to your question. My only question is, do women exist, bro? Or are they just pretty pictures to look at? Women expecting to be approached is the most cringiest fucking thing ever, bro. It's not supposed to be an expectation, it's supposed to be a dynamic, as I've shown in The Matrix. You're breaking the ice by spending time with them. In fact, women approached me, twice as more than I did, because I never truly break the ice. It's too complicated for me. But they're just oh, but you never approach me and I kind of like you and all that stuff. It's like, bro, a conversation, bro, can happen between us in any way you want. And now you're starting, and you should be proud of that. But if you follow too many rules, guess what's gonna happen? No socialism is gonna happen if you follow rules. No one's gonna talk to each other because we follow rules because we're fucking snowflakes. Nobody's basically. Snowflakes separated from each other, right? It's like, oh, I don't wanna touch the other snowflake. Look how pretty I am.
Also, I just realized I missed my 10-year high school reunion. Oh well.
I still don't know if it's a thing or not.
I have to like
You can't miss it. Like, people have to knock on your door and say, hey, reunion? Eh?
and wholesome. Want to know how me and my husband met? He trolled me on Twitter. He was a hater on twitter.com. How do I explain that to my future children?
Seems fair to me.
Corner.
Yeah, rules, expectations, all that shit accumulates and people snowflake themselves into nobodies. Separate little nobodies that do nothing. My only rule is to be a yellow snowflake that pees on other snowflakes. Take that over there and laughs at them. That's my rule. Because I rule. I talked about blocking. And there's one way to unblock yourself. You can mention me. So you're gonna fix the loneliness of females. Now I want to fix loneliness of influencers.
On completely 180, where it's like health and fitness be damned, Lizzo is a queen. Like, can we just be normal about this?
We can't, because life is driven by controversy and drama all the time, and by talking about the extremes instead of normal things, because normal things are somewhat boring to stupid people, not normal people, you know? There's a very clear reason why women want to talk about fat people and weaponizing them, allowing them to exist, basically, promoting them. Why? Well, first of all, they're good people, and they're better than the average woman after all, because they still feel unattractive. That's cool. They're the loneliest of all. But the most important part, yeah, the only like closest date that I ever had is with a fat single mom. That's also smart. You know, so we could have a pretty good conversation together. Those are 3 criterias that had to happen. You know, 3 things, 3 strikes that would actually kick her out of the fucking home with the baby and make her, like, hang out with me outside. How fucking crazy is that? There had to be 3 things broken about that person. Holy shit, man. Or compatible. So if you don't have 3 strikes, I mean, like, I'm sorry, bro. You're way too good for me, apparently. Women's standards are insane, but, like, instead of, like, skinny and fat, right? When women want to really appeal to men, they try to be skinny, they try to, like, let's follow all the men's rules, and, like, let's dress out for men. And when they don't want to care about men, they just go fat. Fatso mode of, like, I don't care about what men think about me. I can do whatever I want. I'm independent. And fat people are completely fine right now. That's it. That's the culture, bro. Like, it's just this little switch went off in the society's brain, and that it's gonna come back to normal of promoting skinny people again. It's never gonna go back to normal. It just goes up and down to teach people a lesson that there's definitely a middle ground, and definitely you should chase that instead of whatever the fuck people yapping about, you know? Yapping is, the closest thing to yapping is propaganda, basically. Things that you have heard many times. If I just talk, that's not yapping, though. That's me trying to explain how stupid you are. but it's my personal propaganda, alright?
Let him chase you. Don't even look him in the eyes. Also, men, I'm curious, which one of these would actually work on you? Would you go over to a woman that was crying and ask what's wrong? The hat box?
I still don't know if they exist.
This list. I've been seeing a lot of VTubers responding to my videos lately, so if one of you anime freaks are reacting to this right now, I see you. So that would...
What the fuck? We're still not done. The filler arc.
100 views per video. The total collapse of his channel.
Isn't that weird? So we got a dude with 1,000 view videos. Why is that the case? Because he's very weird. He cracked into, you know, the deep algorithm of YouTube, where he's seemingly unrelatable. Like, you seemingly can't understand what the fuck he's doing. But I can, because I like it that way, bro. The unsubscribe challenge. He's, like, playing into it. I mean, that's technically what spawned this insanity, bro. At the very least, it's very interesting, but it's definitely a simulation of mental illness. He just said unsubscribe challenge a bunch of times. I'm mostly interested in this.
Aaliyah, quote unquote, not found. Now, is this a coincidence?
I mean, it's one of the best fucking Sniper Wolf videos I've fucking watched. Even though it goes against Sniper Wolf slightly, titsy bitsy, how journalism is supposed to be. You can't act all tough and mighty of like smearing someone else. But this is like fucking facts I've never heard before. Like everything's fully stitched together. This guy's fucking awesome, bro. So far. Like even Penguin's video was fucking garbage in comparison.
Well.
See, the problem what people again miss and don't understand is like punishment is not, hey, let's throw this person into jail, let's get rid of this person, let's block this person. That's not punishment. That's degeneracy, basically. That's the degenerate expectation. The expectation should be that a person is going to learn from their mistakes and is going to actually change something. And Sniper Wolf did change something, you know, now puts credits to the creators. That's it. That's all that actually had to happen. And she should be praised for making the right choices and improving herself accordingly. Yet she is being attacked even more by Jack's Films, almost. There's still so much fucking bitterness. And yes, there's this. There's that. There, you know, the doxing. So should she get removed from the platform? Should they fucking listen to Jack's Films crying really fucking loud? Of like, hey, remove, block, destroy this person's life, please, YouTube, please. But in a way, it still looks like Jack's Films fucking deserved it anyways. Like, bruh, if you obsessed about someone, go get them. You know, go get them, Tiger. They're outside of your door. Go get them, you little bitch. You know? It's not doxing. It's an opportunity for a little bitch to come out. I would love this if YouTube was a little bit big ballsy on the moves and actually made a official statement where an authority person comes out and is, if you don't like it, get the fuck out of YouTube. Where you gonna go? I want to see where you're going. What features to rip off? Which website? Hey, TikTok? You going to TikTok? You like TikTok? What you like? Where you gonna go? So that's if you don't like me, but like they're gonna give a proper statement of like defining doxing, defining what Sniper Wolf did, defining a proper punishment for a big creator as well, like defining what the expectations are, what the consequences of everything. YouTube could really push those official statements on their special little YouTube channel that they have. That would be so cool. Explaining people what's up, but they're gonna get angry than people of like, oh, YouTube is trying to talk to us, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, we're going to kick your ass is what we're going to do. Because I still play the role of YouTube CEO, I have to say that, you know. And that's what I would like to happen. Highest authority would care the most about the drama that happens on the platforms. They're more educated than everyone else. They need to actually explain their kind of strategy. That would be very nice to hear.
Punishment goes. It's not my platform. I don't get to decide what they do. All I care about is them being consistent with how they treat creators.
Yeah, but like, have we ever encountered doxing by a woman as well? Where she technically puts herself in danger.
And not doing things that will eventually erode our ability to speak on this platform.
That's not speech. That is not speech. Whatever Jackstones is doing is not speech, bro. It is obsession, just like Sniper Wolf defined. She's completely correct.
Videos criticize.
Why do people fucking pick the stupid tweet? They pick that shit up. And they think, oh, both sides though. Both sides. But that's all they say is that YouTube doesn't want both sides to act like this. Yes, clearly, in that fucking particular moment, Sniper Wolf is slightly worse than Jack's films. But both sides are fucking trash, bro. In that particular moment as well. Because technically, what Sniper Wolf did, in my heart, is solve most of the problems. More easily than anyone could have anticipated. Stop drama very easily. And evolve Jack's films a lot more than she had to evolve herself. You know, it's just like the most satisfying ending ever.
What we do on this platform and all the income that we help YouTube generate.
Income? By manifesting baby rage and just filth on the platform, just hatred on the platform. That's your income? That's noise pollution, bro. That's something that nobody wants to deal with. YouTube does not generate money by allowing some fucking losers do drama on this platform. And he actually exposed Jack's films more than I ever could fucking like, whoa. If we talk about money, Jack's films is the most filthiest fucking garbage that YouTube should immediately like remove from the platform. If we're talking about money and wasting people's time, man, and being entertaining, Jack's films would immediately just get a fucking nuclear weapon detonated on his fucking forehead. But that's how big it is, so like we probably would need a couple of nuclear shots in there. Anyways, let's close this. I feel that stomach is second heart, basically. This heart is more like pumping shit out. But stomach constantly asks you to put things in. Right, so he can burn it. Have the wind and fire elements working together. Providing energy and health is what's going on. But they're like very, very close to each other. And we praise hearts more than stomachs, but like, shit. Maybe we're just strong. See you guys next time.